I always knew my mother loved my sister more. It wasn't something she said outright, but it was in the way her eyes softened for her and hardened for me. It was in the way my sister's mistakes were forgiven with a smile, while mine were etched into family memory like permanent scars. Growing up, I was second place in my own home. When I turned 16, I got my aunt's old clunker, a car that rattled with every mile and died in less than 6 months. But when my sister turned 16, she was handed the keys to a brand new red Volkswagen, the car of her dreams. When money got tight, I was told my piano lessons were too expensive and had to be cut. Yet my sister's dance classes, costumes, competitions, and travel never stopped. I learned early on that my passions were negotiable, but hers were necessities. Then, when we were in high school, I fell in love for the first time. His name was Joey. He was kind, charming, and he made me believe I mattered. For a while, I thought maybe life was finally giving me something just for me, until he broke up with me. Not because of distance, not because of a fight, but because he had found someone he liked more. That someone was my sister. Yes, my sister seduced my first love. I cannot put into words the devastation of that moment. He was my first everything, my first love, my first real heartbreak. And she took him without hesitation. My mother didn't scold her. She didn't comfort me. She acted as if it was just life. It didn't end there. My sister and Joey stayed together. They dated through college, and after graduation, they got married. That was when my mother made her will. I learned that she was leaving everything. Our childhood home, the flower shop on the ground floor, the apartment above it, to my sister. I had worked in that flower shop most of my life. It was my safe place when home felt cold. I dreamed of running it one day, of keeping that piece of our family alive, but in my mother's eyes, it was never mine to hope for. She told me I could still work there, but my sister would be the owner. I'd have to do what she said. In her mind, my sister was the married one, the one starting a family. She needed the business and the home to raise her child. I was single, without children, and apparently without a claim to anything we'd built together as a family. That was the moment I realized I was done. If my own mother didn't see me as part of the family, then I wanted nothing to do with them. I moved out, packed my life into boxes, shut the door on that apartment, and didn't look back. Less than a year later, I joined the Peace Corps. I went abroad, far away from the constant shadow of being less. For years, I didn't hear from them. Then, out of nowhere, my sister found me on social media. She wanted to talk. She wanted to rekindle whatever relationship we had. I told her no, that I didn't want to talk to her, that I didn't want anything to do with her or with our mother ever again. Her response wasn't sorrow. It wasn't regret. It was anger. She demanded to know how I could do this to her, why I would turn my back on her. And in that moment, all I could think was, how could she still not understand? In my heart, she hasn't been family for a decade. My family is my partner and our baby. My life in South Africa is full in a way my childhood never was. I have peace. I have love. I have purpose. I will not let them into this life. I will not let them meet my daughter, because if I do, I know they will taint it. I know they will try to pull me back into that old, suffocating version of myself, the one who was always second best. I have no desire to hear their excuses or feel their hollow justifications. I am happier now than I ever was back home. And I refuse to risk that happiness for people who never valued me when they had the chance. So, am I the asshole? What do we owe to the people who share our blood when they've never treated us like family? There's a phrase, family is supposed to be your safe place. But what happens when family is the very reason you need to escape? This story is more than a tale of favoritism. It's about the deep, lasting damage of being told, through actions, over and over, that you are less worthy. It's about what it takes to finally walk away, to build a life from scratch, and to choose peace over obligation. Not every ending is about reconciliation. Sometimes, the most powerful act of love is the one you give yourself by saying no. So I'll leave you with this. If the people who claim to love you are the ones breaking you down, do you owe them another chance? Or do you owe yourself the freedom to never look back? What would you choose?